The Bears. Welcome in, everyone, to Barely Educated, the podcast by Bears fans, for Bears fans. I don't know why anyone else would be checking in, so that's what I always say. I'm Mark, joined as always by Chris. We are almost there, everyone.
So
Just
close.
another week till we have live Bears football. We are recording this on Labor Day. Chris, football's around the corner, so as usual, I think I know. But how are you?
Doing good. It's almost here. It's almost here. And I forgot for a second that the Bears actually start on Monday night, first Monday night of the year, which is both exciting and terrifying.
I hate it.
I get it.
Yeah, well, part of it is just the chomping at the bit and having to wait a whole nother. It feels like you're actually waiting more than a day because you're going from a normal noon all the way through to the next night, 7:30 by the time they're done with all the pomp and circumstance, whatever the
Right.
time ends up being, 7:20, whatever. And I'm like, that's gonna be a long couple days. And then the national spotlight. I, it's nothing to be scared of. We should have fun with it and all. But yeah, opening Monday night. Maybe that tells you what the schedule makers think of the Bears and the excitement around this team filled with question marks and potential both.
Right.
We'll get into that. We've got
Okay.
a lot to talk
We
about.
do. Yeah, let's go.
We got the Chiefs game, if anyone cares. No. Actually, I have a couple thoughts, just
Okay.
very quick thoughts on that game. And then we got a little bit of news from our rivals up north.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Just a minor transaction
Mm-hmm.
they pulled off. And then we'll sort of do the NFL season preview. However, I want to lead with how fun it is to just have meaningful football back.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Even college football the last
I
couple of days has been.
enjoyed lazing about Saturday, didn't
Yeah.
have any pressing chores, just did a few things in the morning around the house and was able to enjoy the football slate from 11 o'clock on. It's just good for it to be back, man.
It is. And what's better than just flopping on the couch, taking in a football game on a Saturday, you know? Because I'm not invested in any college teams. I just try to enjoy the game itself, which isn't always, the highest quality of football, but still, I can just sit
I
there
hear you.
and take it in. Yeah. And
But
then
that's the
Sunday I'm a
flip
Mets
side
fan.
of the Monday night thing, is I'll be able to just enjoy all the stuff going on Sunday
Yes,
during the day.
that's true. Very
And
true.
I
Yeah.
think not to wax philosophical for too long, but maybe that's one of our little
Please
sub
wax.
niches that we try to fill for fun.
Mm-hmm.
The older I get, the more I try to consume the sport just as the sport. I mean, I'm
Mm.
obviously always going to be a diehard Bears fan first and foremost, but and maybe it's a coping mechanism as a Bears fan, but to find solace in a Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson
Mm.
matchup on a Sunday night. And it used to be like, God, why can't we get one of these QBs? Why are we so stupid all the time? I couldn't enjoy any of it because I was always
Mm-hmm.
mad. And we'll have the jokes, right? They'll be like, oh, look, the passing attack must be nice, bring it back to the Bears whether we mean to or not. But I just enjoy the sport, man, and just like seeing it back in all its high def glory on my television, college, pro, any of it. It's all fun, and just trying to appreciate it that way and appreciate, what goes into playing this sport and the risks they take, and
Yes.
just a dose of perspective on season eve here.
Did you see that highlight yesterday of a kick return by Devin Hester Jr.?
I did not.
Devin Hester Jr. is playing college
So
football.
now you've got me all depressed again
Oh, sorry.
because I'm old.
I was trying to wax philosophical on the
20
circle of
years, man.
life.
It's about to be 20 years.
It is. And you know what else to further depress you? There were
Bring it on.
there were 21 years between Super Bowl 20 and 41, right? If my math is correct. We're now at 19 years since Super Bowl 41. So we've almost reached the same distance between when the Bears won the Super Bowl to their next appearance and their 2006 appearance till now. We're almost at this. That blows my mind.
In the
That passage
spirit
of
of
time.
the Bears having da Pope,
Pulp.
is this
Bob.
like
Pulp
when the
Bob.
Canaanites' iniquity had been fulfilled? The Bears' incompetence is nearly fulfilled for another Super Bowl run.
That's true. It was 40 years of wilderness wandering for the Israelites, right?
Yep.
We are at 40 years this year, my friend, of bears wandering, bears wilderness
Clearly, this
wandering.
is this portends to good things to come.
You're right, of
Nothing
course.
at all unscientific about this.
The word of the Lord.
Well, while we're on totally asinine, stupid
Yes.
comments, let's talk about a preseason game.
Got me talking. Yes. Okay.
Nailed that segue.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
So, Bears beat the Chiefs. There's a crazy comeback. Jade Walker had some awesome catches down the sideline and in the end zone. Great ball by Bajent on the touchdown to beat
Great
the
ball.
Chiefs. Super fun story for all of them. Good job all around. Love that Bajent is still signed for cheap, even if the meatballs occasionally irritate the mess out of me about Bajent. He's a
Yeah,
very capable backup on a still a cheap deal. He's like crying about the generational wealth.
that was
It's just
cool.
like it's a cool story.
Yeah.
I like that it won't feel like all hope is lost if, which of course we don't want, the QB goes down.
Hmm.
But the main thing about that game that I don't think is brought up enough in the weeks, what, week and a half since, or whatever it's been, Ben Johnson had two end of half scenarios to score and was totally unfazed by it and did exactly that.
Mm,
Granted, not the Chief ones in the first half. I have no idea who the Chiefs are playing in the second half. I'm not trying to make too big of a deal.
sure.
But one of those other things that we wanted to see at some point was like, how does he manage the end of the half? How is he with his timeouts? How does he deal with the clock? Just like he does everything else, intelligently. And that's why I'm going to keep saying this all year, hopefully for 10 years. I'm just so thrilled they finally hired someone who's smart. Everything he does has a purpose. He's going to get stuff wrong. No one's perfect, but like you're not going, what's he doing? He looks overwhelmed. Why has he got this vacant look on his face? The look on his face is like, I'm gonna tear your heart out in this next series. It's gonna be really fun watching this. I'm gonna eviscerate you. Yeah, like he's all business, the icy stare. I am so desperate for the Bears to be the villains.
Wow.
I want to be good enough that we're a hated team instead of this sorry, pitied team. Ben Johnson running up the score on somebody is going to anger somebody. Just read the Tribune article. No, Sun Times. Jason Leeser had a one-on-one with Caleb. It's really good. I would encourage anyone to read it. There's ads everywhere, but it's not paywall blocked, which
Oh,
is
cool.
nice. Basically, he leads the interview with the question, "Why does everybody hate you, Caleb Williams?" Which
Thank
is
you. Yeah.
phenomenal. And by the end of it, like he interviewed a couple players and stuff like that, and talked a lot about like how hard Caleb's been working. We can put to death that narrative, thankfully.
Yes.
And at the end of it, I just felt like much better about some of the Caleb stuff that we've talked to, where we've mentioned like I want more stories about how hard he's working. I want more people going to bat for him on that, not just like him saying, you got to put in the work, but like they need to start talking him up as an organization. So Caleb's answer to this, and I'm going to quote it now. Again, this is from the Chicago Sun-Times, Jason Leisure sit down with Caleb Williams. I do things differently. Dress, play all these different things, paint my nails or whatever. I do some things that don't harm anybody else, but that other people don't like and have strong opinions about. I've also been in some cool positions in my life. Starting quarterback for the Bears, went number one, won the Heisman, and I'd rather have people talking about me than not. Okay, so that's like his kind of mindset about it. Did you
Okay.
see where Sam Acho, what a clown,
Uh,
said that he was a bad leader and sloppy because of his socks in the preseason game?
yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Just totally ridiculous. I mean,
What
I don't know
what
what you
did
say there.
what did Caleb do to Sam Acho? Because it's been
I don't, why does anyone care what Sam Acho thinks?
yeah,
Like, it'd be one thing if it was Brady and he was like, well, I remember when I one time did this one thing and it didn't go well because I tried to change it and I had to go back. Like, if somebody who's actually led as a quarterback who was good at it had a meaningful take, I'd be like, maybe we should listen. But a failed linebacker who played like 3 years or whatever and was basically not any good, who's just made a career off of coming up with the most outlandish hot takes possible. I don't care what he says.
Right.
And they put it in the article just to point out how dumb the discourse can be about Caleb. But let me read now in the article. The number one pick in yourself, you are going to get a lot of hate. He gets a lot of hate, but he comes in, he works hard every single day, and he's himself. I appreciate him for that. If you don't think this guy's putting it every single day into his craft and then making this organization better, then I have really no conversation for you. And Williams said, I've been serious since I was 9. They get distracted by some of those things. I think you must mean like the nails and all that.
Yeah.
When I think that the work was not put in over a consistent amount of time, that gets lost. He's like basically then goes on to say how he's been waking up at 4 a.m. since he was 9 to be a quarterback.
Oh my gosh.
Then here's the part that's really kind of why I bring it up in the context of Ben Johnson, because I'm done with the Chiefs game beyond that point. Williams thought he was working hard as a rookie, albeit with insufficient guidance from utterly moronic head coach Matt Eberflus. Wow, he actually put that in there now.
Yeah.
From head coach Matt Eberflus and offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. May we soon forget their names. He never got the clarity or correction he, quote, craved,
Nope.
end quote. And there often wasn't a direct link from what he did behind the scenes to what happened in the games. Everyone facepalm. There was too much gray and too little accountability. No way. From coaches who acted as though he was their boss.
Mm.
Enter Ben Johnson. That's no longer an issue. There is neither gray nor leniency with him. Preach. Williams asked to be coached harder, and he's getting his wish every day. Now he's going to quote Ben Johnson. I'm sure he doesn't like what comes out of my mouth sometimes, but he knows to get where he wants to go as a player and us as a team, it's going to be the best thing for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Williams confirmed that, calling Johnson a smart coach, saying that he has a lot more smiles than he did last season. I think he means himself.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just so funny.
It is funny, especially
And
when
then
you
they give
realize
some
what
love to
he's saying,
Keenum and
yeah.
how he's able to like talk to Keenum every day, all the time without any limits. And then at the end it goes, the only control he has over it is to raise his play to match the hype. Then the only thing people will be able to hate is how talented he is. And that would be a good problem to have. Great read. That's maybe third of the article. So lots there. This season comes down to Caleb and Ben Johnson, obviously. And I love what I've seen from Ben Johnson. And I think Caleb is doing all the right things, saying all the right things. And we all know what he needs to work on in terms of his game. His footwork already looks a lot better, which I think has already showed the accuracy's improved some, but pretty early on all the Caleb on the field stuff, obviously.
Sure. And we have to remember, too, he was good last year as a rookie with a bad coach and 3 coordinators in season. So I don't understand why we wouldn't expect him to be better than last year with a better coach, better coaching staff around him. You know, there's talk about this is not gonna work or something. But so I don't get that. Yeah, it might look bumpy at first because it's new and he's essentially a rookie again for another year, which is unfortunate that the first year was, flushed in a few ways. But there's no reason to think that he's going to digress from last year, right? Am I crazy to think that?
I mostly agree with you. I mean, I don't think he was good last year. I think he was good on a couple stats, and I think a bunch of the advanced metrics showed a completely horribly inefficient quarterback. He has some of the worst deep ball accuracy in the last 20 years last year. Like, wretched.
Okay.
Sacks, wretched. Pocket presence, wretched. Arm talent, enticing. Athleticism, enticing. Took care of the ball. I want him to put it in more harm's way. I want him to throw NFL open, and I don't care if he doubles his interceptions if it means he's got 10 more touchdowns.
We saw some of that.
So there were flashes, but
yes.
I can't get to good based on some of that stuff.
Okay.
However, I do think last year establishes his floor, which is like this is the worst season he should have.
Well,
and the ceiling is still through the roof because all he has to do I mean, it sounds easy for me to sit here and say, but all he really has to do is see it a tick quicker, trust the protection, and Ben Johnson's gonna scheme guys open. Like it's gonna be easier for him once he knows what they wanted to do. And that's why I agree with like it being bumpy to take off. But I think the idea that it established the floor is a good way to think about it.
Okay, I'll go with that.
And a lot of the stats were the counting stats and stuff like that are hard to look at without thinking about the efficiency. So it's kind of like it's like if you're into the counting stats, it was pretty good. If you're into the more efficiency stats, it was pretty bad.
Well, let me give you the one stat, and I know it's ironic because I'm Mr. Eye Test, but let me give you the one stat that I love, and that's 20 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. That's over a 3-to-1 ratio, my friend. I will take that as a rookie. Absolutely. Because, I mean, just from that perspective alone, to have 3 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. When has a Bears quarterback ever done that in general, let alone a rookie quarterback, let alone a rookie quarterback with a horrible head coach and 3 different offensive coordinators in the same year? So I do like that stat. That stat encourages me, that touchdown to interception
Yeah, I
ratio.
just need it to come with more aggression.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
And I need him to be like capable, like willing to throw more jump balls, to do some more that's open in the NFL type throws instead of because that's a function of the sacks. Or sorry, the sacks are a function of that.
Right.
Like he
True.
thinks it has to be perfect to make the throw, and it's like you got to get the ball out. And I
Well,
think last year he talked about how sacks weren't that big of a deal. He's just dead wrong about that.
yes, he
And I know
is.
Ben Johnson does not agree with it, and I believe he's probably already been coached out of that thinking.
Speaking of being coached out of, remember too how many times we heard Eberflus say,
Oh yeah.
protecting the ball, protecting the ball, protecting the ball. So you know that was beaten into Caleb's head about don't take risks.
Yeah,
So
and I
that's going
think
to take
he
a
was
while to
always
undo.
he was the low turnover guy in college too. That's a great trait. We're not wanting him to throw 30, but I don't want his fear of turnovers to keep him from making aggressive throws that kill the productivity. It's the
Yeah,
EPA per play stuff that Ben's into that is really the predictor of success in this league now.
yeah. It's
And that's
it.
why Ben Johnson pairing with him is so exciting once Caleb knows the offense. And I do think we should be patient and we'll not be patient whatsoever this time
No,
next
we.
week because the game will be starting soon and then we'll all lose our minds for a while.
He's going to have to be like Yoda said. You must unlearn what you have learned, and that's what's going to
Yeah.
take with taking these risks.
But some of the
68
some of
sacks,
the
man.
that's
Jeez.
crazy. And like
68.
the Chiefs game, the other thing I wanted to mention, I forgot about the other thing a second ago, and I said I was on it. I hate the play he took the sack.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
yeah. Yeah.
horrible. But I'm trying to get over it. I'll just tell you, if he takes the sack like that next year, I'm gonna be like, he may never get better at this.
Or even later this year. Yeah.
I mean, 5 seconds in the pocket, and then he stumbles into the guy. It's like either get the ball out or be better at getting away. It's like he's thinking too much when he takes a sack like that. Because I
That
know
could
he
be.
can. He's a good enough athlete to get out of those.
We saw
So
it.
I still
Yeah.
think the sky's the limit, and I'm still excited. I just trying to have a full take on it. Okay, next topic. The Packers have acquired Micah Parsons for
Ugh.
2 first-round picks
Okay.
and Kenny Clark, old Bears nemesis, who had 37 tackles and 1 sack last year.
1 sack. That's crazy.
And Jerry Jones was like, he's a big part of this team. Like,
Even even 37 tackles. That's what, 2 a game? That's
yeah, I mean,
not
he was
good.
playing hurt supposedly, but I feel like all those tackles were against the Bears, and the sack definitely had to be. I mean, this guy's killed us for 10 years.
Yeah.
This is a absolutely horrible trade for the Cowboys. Botched completely. If you were going to trade him, you should have done the bidding war around the draft. A good organization has their mind made up on that and knows what it's going to cost and doesn't run it up to the last week before the season and get 50 cents on the dollar. As much as I hate to say it, those picks are in the 20s.
Hmm.
You're not likely to get a great pass rusher there. It's like the Family Guy with the mystery box. Peter, we should take the boat. But Lois, the mystery box could be anything, even a boat. It's like that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah, that's good. I did not think about the fact of where those 2 first round picks will be. You're absolutely right. That never
And where's
crossed
the
my mind.
rest of the capital? Like you're supposed to get a few throw-in mid-round picks. You never know, you might hit on those. It's a horrible trade for Dallas. It makes the Green Bay defense really good against the pass. And I'm just counting on the coaches to have an answer. I think you should run right at him, basically.
Yes, that's what the stats suggest. That's right. Mm-hmm.
But when he was on the field, EPA per play, Dallas was the best defense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
When he was not on the field, they were the worst. It's like his impact on their
Wow.
defense was nuts.
Wow. That's
He's a
quite a swing.
force as a pass rusher.
Yeah.
It's a
Elite.
crazy player.
Elite. And
And
the
yet there was breaking news that I saw an hour before we started this.
oh,
He has a, hang on, I'm going to find the exact tweet because I'm no doctor. He has, from Schefter, he's been
okay.
dealing with an L4, L5 facet joint sprain in his back,
Oh my.
and he may take an epidural injection prior to Sunday's game versus the Lions if needed to help him play, per sources.
Oh my.
Epidural, is he having a baby? I mean, that's the context I know about epidurals from.
Wow.
So
That's whoa.
he's 26. That means it could be like, wow, he's way too young for this, or he's 26, he'll recover quick. I don't know. I don't want anybody to be hurt with anything major.
You,
But that breaks, and I'm like, wait a minute. Dallas said they had put him on like a 5-day rehab routine when they saw that he had a back thing. And then everybody thought he was just faking it to, part of the hold in thing
right.
because he was holding in. Right, he's sitting there on the back on the back table thing, massage table, whatever it's called, during the game. Never saw that picture. He looks totally bored. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's faking the injury to show them he's not playing at all." And now it's
Hmm.
like, "Well, nope, he's getting an epidural." What? Oh, I don't know what that means. I have no idea what this means for him as a Packer, but I'm like, they would go from giddy about this trade to like, it'd be a bit of a gut
Uh-oh.
punch, right? Like, oh man, hang on.
Yep.
I mean, I would assume he's not going to miss 12 weeks or anything, but it, Dallas is so goofy with Jerry Jones, I can't put anything past him, quite frankly. So I have no idea. But
You
I thought it was worth noting.
you don't generally hear about back problems going away.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So
And
yeah, that
can
is
you do you can you like focus well enough to get an epidural and then play football?
I'll assume yes for these guys, but I don't know. That's
Like how many times can you do that before there's like other bad consequences? Like can you do one every week? I know nothing about this beyond the tweet,
I don't either. No.
but hearing that he might need an epidural is like pretty crazy.
All I know is my wife never needed an epidural. 'Cause she
What a
just
stud.
boom popping babies out of them. Yes,
Can she
right.
play left tackle?
Probably as good as Braxton Jones, but
Okay.
especially if you get her mad.
Okay.
You
Well, we'll leave that to you.
oh,
I'm
no problem.
confident you've got that down.
Yes, sir. One of my many talents. Yes.
And with that, we segue to the Bears roster and the
Bears.
big two questions: left tackle and pass rusher. Pretty easy. This is one of those media narratives where I'm like, yeah, they're not wrong on these. Like
Nope.
sometimes we push back against them because they can be ridiculous, but Braxton Jones doesn't still look right as of the Chiefs game, and he won the competition by default, basically. And
Yeah.
maybe in the 2 weeks between that and next Monday, maybe there'll be major progress. But it sure looks like the weak link right now on an otherwise pretty talented offense.
Left tackle. That's a bad place to have a weakness, but
Yeah,
you know,
you got a chip. You're gonna be in 12 personnel a lot, right? I'm trusting
right.
the coach to work around it somehow.
Yeah.
And then edge rusher. That Chiefs game, they didn't have a bit of push, and you never know if they're just like not
Right.
really
Just
going
vanilla.
all
Yeah.
all
Exactly.
out, and
Hmm.
they're just not blitzing. It doesn't look like they're going to generate pressure with the edge rushing very much. Maybe you get the tackles all playing because Grady Jarrett didn't play, maybe Tooney didn't play. Some of the older guys didn't play at all in the preseason, and maybe Tooney will help Braxton Jones look a little better, and maybe Garrett helps the rest of the D line look a little better. But I didn't see anything from Dio that made me think he was worth 17 a year.
Yeah. And add to that, is Jalen going to be healthy Is Kyler
Is
Gordon going to be
Jalen
healthy?
healthy is an interesting question because it
Yeah.
also sounds like Jalen was kind of trying to send a message about he's being underpaid again.
Oh,
Because Ben was asked about it and he's like, you have to ask Ryan. Like he wouldn't talk about Jalen, which suggests a contract thing.
didn't he get paid?
Yeah, but now all these other corners that aren't better than him, except for a couple, are making more. And now he's down to like 10th again.
Um,
He's going to hold out next year. I would just about guarantee it if he has a good year this year. But I
right.
think he's going to play. And they need
Okay.
Kyler Gordon too, because that defense really falls off if those two guys are hurt.
Especially if we got pass rush questions. Especially.
Exactly.
Definitely need those two.
So it's frustrating for me because I want to buy into what they're doing because I love Ben Johnson and I still believe in Caleb Williams' elite prospect ceiling. Just need to see more. But Ryan Poles, when are we going to finish the rebuild, buddy? This is two of the most important things in the sport: the left tackle and the edge rushers.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. 2 and 3 probably. Quarterback and then those two
yeah,
are your most important ones. Yep.
right. I mean, I like the weapons. I think the secondary is pretty good if it stays healthy. Linebackers are solid. I mean, I don't love prioritizing linebacker that much.
Yeah.
You still only have Swift as a running back, and he was iffy last year. Like, it just feels like we just don't ever get around to finishing the rebuild, and I'm getting a little irritated about it. It's like there's still a fatal flaw every year.
Yeah.
I can't pick them to win the division when two of the most important parts of football are huge
No.
question marks.
No. Yeah, I can't do that either. They need to prove that they've improved in class.
And if you say, well, it's year one of Ben Johnson, I'll say, okay, fine, but it's year four of Poles.
Right. Yeah.
And I hope
So
Ben Johnson's running this roster effectively, is
you,
really what's going forward going to
you know
happen.
it
I
it
don't know,
it
though. I'm just throwing that out
it's
there.
it seems like it from the sense of comparing the draft, the first round picks under Eberflus, and then with this year with Ben Johnson and getting
I
close
find
to
it absolutely
level. So
hilarious that what's the one thing Matt Eberflus's defense needed right off the bat they didn't ever get?
three technique,
Not to defend him. What's something that we all know Ben Johnson's offense needs that he got right off the bat?
tight end.
A tight end that can hit the seam.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already seen that ball in the preseason, and we've seen it go to Komet.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's just like hilarious to me. Those first two picks, which to refresh Chris's memory here, were
Shut up,
Colston
man.
Loveland and Luther Burden, are Ben Johnson kind of picks.
Yeah. I think I like what we've seen from Luther Burden so far. True as well.
The weapons are good. They will
Yep.
not be the problem, I don't think. Famous
Mhm.
last words. All right. NFL season preview time.
Ba-ba-bum,
Let's go
ba-ba-bum.
division by division, pick the winner, and then we'll pick a couple wild cards and do the next
Sounds good.
before we run out of time. AFC East. This is not rocket science.
Probably Buffalo. I'm leaning
Still
Buffalo.
Buffalo. All right. Anybody else you think makes the playoffs there?
Depends on Tua. What's Tua looking like this year? I mean, is he hurt?
Is
Is he
he
gonna
healthy?
play?
How
Is he gonna
long?
stay healthy? Yeah.
Miami could be a wild card team, or they could be the first team to fire their coach. I have absolutely zero faith in what
It's
the
a
Jets are
Micah
up to
Parsons level
offensively.
swing there. Yeah.
And I think the Patriots could be one of these like really obnoxious, pesky teams nobody wants to play, but they're not ready for a playoff run yet.
Yeah, but they got the leader of men as their head
Yeah, they
coach,
got that
though.
culture resetter who says all
Yeah.
the
What are
coachy
you
things.
talking about? They're gonna.
That was a
Yeah.
weird interview he did the other day. Anyway, but I love Drake May. He
Yeah.
would have been my
Mm-hmm.
second choice last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being honest. I know in hindsight you'd all pick Daniels. I get it. I'm just telling you, Drake May was a legitimately awesome prospect too.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not ready. Okay, AFC North.
AFC North. Well, probably I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Baltimore is probably.
It's hard not to be chalk with some of these teams at the top, isn't it?
He is.
I got Baltimore. I think the Bengals defense is terrible and could still derail their season until proven otherwise. So I think your next best team there is former student Tim's Pittsburgh Steelers, who I got to see last week.
You did. That was great to see that picture in our
Yeah.
text chat. That was cool.
We talked Baptists and ball. It was great to
And
see him on
yeah,
campus there.
his shiny
Anyway,
new baby. He got a shiny baby.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Former student.
He's got the twins and another baby now.
Wow.
I believe that's right. He can
You go,
correct us.
Tim. You go, former student
Anyway,
Tim.
his AFC team, the Steelers, still elite defensively. I don't know what's going to happen with Rodgers and Tomlin, but I know
Hmm.
I am locked into seeing how it goes.
Yes,
They
that'll be
could be
very interesting.
wildly entertaining. And
Absolutely.
I love Tim for being like, I don't want to root for this particular Steelers team because he hates Rodgers so much. Bravo. That said, I think they're still a decent chance to make the playoffs. It's just kind of their thing.
Yep.
Win 10 games, make the playoffs.
In the mix for sure. Yep.
AFC South. All
Uh,
right, AFC West.
well, Houston, you know.
I mean, it's
Uh,
still Houston. It's just so like hard not to pick the obvious teams in the division win slots.
yeah. What is this year for Trevor Lawrence? Like this is a big year, isn't it?
Big year. I think they are the next best team on paper, but that's because the other two teams are terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, the Titans are in the middle of the rebuild.
Hmm.
Cam Ward's pretty fun to watch, though. I will say
Yep.
there's finally some buzz about him. I think he's going to surprise some folks, maybe, but I think it's going to, kind of be bumpy for him at the start too. It usually is, right?
Yeah. Right.
And
And
then the Colts are starting Daniel Jones, so I think it's
Ooh.
like Monty Python. The Colts are right out.
Yes. Oh boy. Okay. You wonder what they're thinking, but is that really their best option,
Why
Daniel
does Chris
Jones?
Ballard keep getting a pass for this whole QB mess they're always in?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Remember, he's the guy the Bears never should have let out of the building.
Yeah, that's why I brought him up.
Hmm.
And now for a fun one. AFC West. Oh, one playoff team in the South. I'm not giving them
Okay.
another. AFC West.
Oh well, I mean, still the Chiefs until otherwise, right? Until
Right?
we're
But man, that's a loaded division.
yes, the prob yeah.
I think the North, our very own NFC North was the best last year. I think this year will be the AFC West.
Okay. Is that
I think
because
Denver is going to
okay?
be good. They got the best defense potentially in the entire league
Mm-hmm.
and a good offensive play caller with the QB who has his, limits, but he's also got some real ability that Peyton will hit the button to get that out of him over and over again.
Yeah.
He's in a good situation for what he can do in
Yeah,
the
for
mix.
real.
Just a really good roster. I think they're tough. I think any Jim Harbaugh team has the chance to be tough
Yeah.
and crazy and entertaining, and Justin Herbert's a stud. So they're pretty good. And the Raiders, I think, are actually much improved.
Okay.
But I wouldn't necessarily call them good yet, but I don't think they're like the 3-win Raiders we've been used to.
Who's their quarterback?
Geno Smith,
Geno
back-to-back 4,000
Smith.
yard seasons.
All right, good on him. You'd be the best Bears quarterback by that metric.
Yep, sure would.
Hmm.
So that's a dogfight, I think. I'm going to pick the Chiefs because I think they're going to be on a revenge tour offensively.
You know, history suggests that well, a Super Bowl loser has not made the Super Bowl again in a long time, if ever, but it's definitely a long time. So history suggests they may fall off a little bit, but maybe they'll buck the trend and
But last time they lost it. They went right back, didn't
no,
they?
no, that was the
Oh, it
Rams.
was 2 years.
Yeah,
It was
it
two
was
years
Rams
after
Bengals the year
Bengals,
after.
yeah. So maybe, but I think they're going to play more aggressive offensively. We'll see. They took a lot of shots down the field against the Bears once. I was
They
like,
did.
"Oh, you're back. Welcome back.
Yes, and
Go
Mahomes.
away."
Oh, he was a magician. Yep.
I'm
Yep.
still picking them, and I think the division's better than it's ever been. But I'm not picking them to win the conference.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. That sounds about right.
I
And I
think
agree.
this is the year that the Ravens finally get over the hump
There's a hot take.
for just the heck of it.
Is
Don't have
that
a
a
real
hot
reason.
take? They got a two-time
No,
MVP.
they're
Is
too
that
good.
really a
They're
hot take?
too good for it to be a hot take. He sort of struggled in the playoffs, but I just
he's got
one of
to.
these days they're going to. It's just like math.
He's got to
All
be
right,
able to
we're running out of
throw
time.
to all sides.
5
Oh,
minutes
sorry.
to go.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
NFC at the buzzer.
Okay.
Is there any mystery in the NFC East? No. What do you
The
think of
world
the
champs.
Commanders, assuming you're picking the Eagles like everybody
You
else?
know.
We're just so chalk on the division winners, I don't know how to change it.
You know.
They're all
I
good still. It's the wild card that will get the variance.
Washington absolutely uh, pantsed the Lions in the playoffs, but that was a very beat up Lions team. And
Half their
then
defense was hurt. Yep.
yeah, but then the Eagles had no problem with Washington in the
Not at
NFC
all.
Championship. So I'm maybe it's a little bit of homerism, but I'm not sold that Jaden Daniels is the guy he's been anointed to be already. Is that?
Yeah, I agree, and I think it's true that it's certainly got some homerism to it for
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I have anything against him. I just think he's been crowned
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
a little prematurely. I still think so. There are two problems I had with him. Pressure to sack rate was really high in college. Like he held the ball a lot. It ended up being a problem for Caleb too. And then the slight frame
Yep.
and the way he
Yep.
takes hits, those kind of go together.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so on the first one, they did an awesome job coaching that out of him, and he did a great job getting the ball out and
Mm-hmm.
knowing when to run. He picked his spots really well. Very heady player, way smarter about all that than the college tape showed.
Yes.
But the slight frame is still there.
Yeah. And
And they're the oldest roster in the league by a healthy margin, which usually is a bad idea.
mm-hmm.
Like this isn't like hockey or baseball where the veteran grindy guys are sometimes a major asset and you're like, how is he still this good at 40, whatever?
Yep.
Unless it's Tom Brady. Most of the time in the NFL, the oldest roster is a couple players away from being bad,
Mm-hmm.
a couple injuries. So I don't know what to make of them. I don't think they're going to have as good a year as a lot of people think,
Agreed. Agreed.
but the Eagles are obviously an absolute force. All
Yep.
right, NFC North.
I've still got to go with Detroit personally. Let them be dethroned. I think they still have the
Still a
best
ton of talent.
all-around roster. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You assume the defense isn't going to be as banged up, although they already
Right.
are down one D tackle for the year
Is
starter.
but as long as
And they did
Hutchinson's
lose Frank
there,
Ragnow on the other
yeah,
side of the
yeah, that's
ball.
true. That's true.
I don't love replacing both really good coordinators who were calling plays,
Mm-hmm.
but I also think we should give Dan Campbell some credit and see how it plays out. So it's reasonable to pick them. Just to be different, I'll pick Green Bay with my nose plugged. I'll assume Micah Parsons plays 15 games.
Okay. I'll.
And their coach is so good that see Dallas has just as much talent or more. Or if you want to go like what did
Mm-hmm.
Parsons do before?
Mm-hmm.
But their coach has never been half as good. Or his coach in Dallas was never half as good as LaFleur is.
Right.
And I think their defense is going to be pretty darn good. Even though I thought their corners were terrible, I still do. The pass rush is going to be so good if
That's
they're all
that's
healthy.
right.
And
Pass
I'll
rush.
just pick them to be different, but I'm with you on Detroit. Minnesota's tough to pick against too because of the overall talent and the coaching, same points.
But rookie
But the
quarterback.
rookie QB,
Yep.
which kind of rookie QB is he going to be?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
Yep.
know. And he didn't have that much experience throwing the ball in college. He
Mm-hmm.
might be really good. I just don't know. And then there's the Bears, who we love, of course, but I could see them in third. I could see them in second if it all goes well. I just, man, we still got those two questions we talked about should be keeping us up at night a little bit.
Yep. I want to
They're
see.
gonna lose games because they don't stop anybody. And
I
everyone
want.
thinks the defense is good, but I'm like, they're worse, one of the worst teams in the league at the most important part of defense
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
paper right now. And maybe it'll be way better when it all comes together and he blitzes more, but right now their pass rush stinks. And their run D stunk sometimes last year too. So with the Bears, I believe in Ben Johnson. I still have high hopes for Caleb Williams. I don't like where the two biggest holes in the roster are. I don't know how much that will come back to bite them. And I really hate the schedule, which, a couple key injuries and it all looks different any given week. But right now, the road games look really tough.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to go 8-0 or 9-0 at home, depending on how many you have in a given season. So I just feel like this is like an 8 or 9 win team. And maybe next
That's.
year's the year that you're like, okay, now we're ready. I want us to have expectations. I don't want us to just accept another crappy 5-win season.
Yep.
But I'm also trying to be realistic. And if they won 9 games, would you feel like they were going to make the playoffs the next year? Or are you
Yes.
are you sick of this kind of 8-win, 9 wins feeling like the ceiling kind of seasons?
No. A first year, 4 wins over last year with the new coach. Yeah, I'd take that. Absolutely. And that would give me optimism going forward too, if there could be a dramatic swing like that after 1 year. And we'll see if it's because they're actually winning games or if they're kind of falling backwards into some games. You know what I mean? Like we'll
Can we
be able
just
to
not
tell.
have a nightmare of a season? Like, can it just not devolve into a 10-game losing streak because the coach is just horrible?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I feel like we're clear of that scenario.
I think you're right. Yes.
That's me knocking on wood.
Hmm.
But, and I want to parrot Robert Mays here.
Okay.
Despite trying to take a stab at a record, this season to me feels like a success regardless of wins and losses. If at the end of it, I feel good about the coach and the QB.
Right.
Of course, if I feel good about the QB and the coach, they probably won a decent amount of games. But I'm just saying, like, it's weird to think of a season and not go, "Ooh, was the record good?" But what I'm just desperate for is to finally feel like we have the coach and the QB. And I said it a couple weeks ago. What the Bears are even worse at than quarterback is play caller. And man, if we finally have those two things in place,
Mm.
I will feel like there is real optimism and it's not just generic fan hope. But because of the schedule, because of how complicated what Ben wants to do is, I could see the bumpy start and I could see it looking a lot better later and going, okay, they didn't make the playoffs, but we are trending in the right direction finally.
Hmm. And we'll know that more from what we see than what the record says, but it's hard to ignore the record in that context. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not giving anybody a pass. I'm sick of Ryan Poles always having a roster with glaring needs 4 years
Yeah.
in. But we have to also recognize, well, here's where we are. So
It's,
that's what success looks like to me.
I think we also need to point out Austin Booker was put on IR.
Yeah, true.
That I don't know if he would have started or how much he would have played, but I mean he was flashing in the preseason again, but
Again,
like he did last year, and that didn't
he's a little
necessarily
too light still
translate.
last year, right?
Yeah.
But he looks stronger this year. And he'll be back, I think, by the bye, around the bye, probably.
Okay. And Bears have an
Sounds
early
like.
bye, right?
Yeah, way early, which
Like five
Johnson
or
seems to
six.
like just because of all the new stuff they're doing.
Yeah.
Normally, I would hate a week 5 bye,
Hmm.
but maybe there's something to be said for it in their context with the new coach.
Okay.
All right, the NFC South.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, it's chalk again. Wake me up when anybody dethrones the Tampa Bay Buccaneers there.
Man, Baker Mayfield is a prime example of why you sometimes just got to give quarterbacks time, you know? He was really good last year. Finally looking like what some people thought he would coming out of
He
college.
was awesome last
He
year. Yeah.
was, yes. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Tampa. I think Carolina's better. I don't think they're a playoff team yet,
I think the
but
Falcons are pretty good.
yeah.
We need to see more out of their QB too.
Hmm.
And the Saints might be the worst team in the league.
You know, Spencer Rattler doesn't do anything for you.
No.
Yeah, that's going
May
back
I
to the.
interest you in a Tyson Bagent for a mid-round pick since your pick, whatever I get, is closer to the last round than almost anyone else. Like, if you traded a third, it's practically a second. You know what I mean? I don't think you get you a third, but I'm just
Yeah,
whatever. Um, they're they're going to be terrible,
yeah.
and they are on the Bears' schedule. Hurrah!
They're going to be the Aints again, like they were in
Yep,
the 80s
yep.
and 90s.
And then ending with a fun division here, the NFC West, which I think is pretty hard to predict. This one's
Yeah,
wide open.
it is, but I'm still seeing a lot of San Francisco winning the NFC, and I don't see it.
To me, it's a little bit like the Commanders. They got a lot of talent, but a lot of it's old. A
Yeah.
lot of it's coming off of injury in the Niners case.
Hmm.
I mean,
But
yeah, if McCaffrey looks like he did a couple years ago, sure.
yeah. Hmm.
And I would pick the Rams in no thought at all because I love the young defense. I love the pass catchers. I mean, come on, Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams.
Oh,
And
I
I
didn't.
love watching Matt Stafford play, but he's been out with this back thing.
Fact, things don't go away.
And I'm going to assume that at his age, with his mileage and knowing his body, and they're such a smart organization that they'll manage it well. And again, plug my nose, but go ahead and pick the Rams. That's on this bad assumption that he'll get through the season, though.
And- yeah, yeah. And they probably got the best coach in the division too.
Yep.
Even
And I think the Cardinals could surprise. They're a little got a plucky upstart vibe to them.
maybe I.
But division, I can't get that far into that.
I'm not a Kyler Murray believer either.
And then Seattle, no.
No, not Seattle.
I don't know what they're doing offensively, and until I know that, I can't take you seriously.
Who's their
And again,
quarterback?
kids, that's why we don't hire defensive
Right,
coordinators to be the
right.
head coach because he's already on his second coordinator in 2 years.
Who's the Seahawks quarterback? Why am I drawing a
Sam
blank?
Darnold.
Sam Darnold. That's why I didn't know.
Do you
Okay.
think that was about Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson last year or about Sam Darnold?
I think it was about O'Connell and Jefferson,
I
personally.
mean, that might be a bit reductive and unfair of me,
Yeah. No,
but I'm just saying, I don't know that I trust that Sam Darnold's going to go
well,
repeat the feat with a DK Metcalfless
right.
Seattle Seahawks team. Not seeing it.
Yeah.
All right, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl Bears. Oh, maybe not. Okay.
We have hit the point where his homerness cannot triumph over his logic. There it is,
It's been
folks.
beaten out of me, my
All
friend.
these years later, we found it.
Is there a team in the NFL better than the Eagles?
Not on paper.
Okay. So I'm going to say Eagles are going to repeat and defeat the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay. Well, I already committed to the Ravens beating the Chiefs. Now to not be the same as you, I guess I'll just say the Ravens pull the upset, and I don't know
Okay.
why.
Okay. You can say the same as me.
Okay.
I might be right sometimes. Probably not, but I might be.
Well, that's bad for the show if I say the same.
Okay.
I can't get to where there's an NFC team beating the Eagles. That's the real problem.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
AFC's got like 3 or 4 teams that if it clicks, you're like, they could be great. That
Mm-hmm.
could be a serious dogfight. And I'm over here going, who's the second best NFC team? Commanders, Packers, Vikings, rookie QB, Detroit,
Probably
but they
Detroit.
couldn't do it with the better play callers.
Yeah, but they had
So I
so
can
many
buy them winning the
injuries.
division, but can they beat the Eagles? Is
I
the question.
I don't think they can be. I think last year was their opportunity, and injuries derailed
I
them.
just think both those coordinators were awfully good at what they do.
Yeah.
Of course, Aaron Glenn being the other one, but I got the Eagles because it's just so chalk. But they're good.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. Okay, let's do one other question. This
Okay.
is a harder one. Who's your surprise playoff team? Because what the problem with the last 30 minutes of this pod is, half the playoff field resets every year,
Right.
and we're like, run it back.
Yeah.
So who are your commanders for the 2025 season? Maybe you didn't pick
Hmm.
them now, but you're like, man, I could see it coming together and being like, what? Where did they come from?
Oh, well, that's easy for me then, my friend.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Okay,
The
but you can't pick the
Bears.
Bears. How
Oh,
about that?
crap. All right. The Giants. No.
Oh my good. I'm gonna say here. I'll start since I put you on the
Okay.
spot.
All right.
I'm gonna say the surprise team would either be the Falcons if Michael Penix is good, except for they just lost their starting tackle, which hurts. That really does hurt. And the Rams are too good. I'm not allowed to use the Rams, right? They're
Okay.
like already basically a playoff team from last year. It's got to be like who's going to make it that didn't make it last year. This is hard,
Hmm.
and that's my point. It's chalk, but that's because it seems like the teams at the top are mostly all stable. None of those teams really felt that flukish. Maybe the Commanders getting all the way to the championship, but if the QB's great, they're good. You know what I mean? Like it's just it is what it is. And I think the funniest sleeper is the Raiders. Like it's a real long shot, but Brock Bowers is amazing. I think
Yes.
Ashton Genty is going to be really good. I
Hmm.
love the way Geno Smith plays, the noble quarterback who makes all the hard throws. Pete Carroll always gets the most out of his
He
teams.
absolutely does.
Crosby's amazing.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
no idea who else is on that defense. But I'm like, there's some pieces there. If they were in the AFC South, I could talk myself into them winning it
Hmm. Interesting. Okay.
as like a dark horse. The problem with the Raiders is they're in a bloodbath of a division and they're probably not ready to. How can you pick a team to be a playoff team if they're going to be like 1-5 in their own division?
Right.
So the point I'm trying to make, without putting you on the spot too much, though that's always fun, is
Thanks.
it's chalky. But I would ask you, who else should we be picking as these sleeper candidates? But the good teams are pretty stable where it matters most.
Is Carolina ready?
They just traded Adam Thielen.
He's old.
And teams that you're like Minnesota won 14 games. I think they have a ton of talent, and I'm like, they're not winning 14 games again.
Probably not. No.
They could still be a playoff team though.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got a new QB that could change things for their team? Raiders fit that bill a little bit. It's hard to figure this out.
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh,
but they're
but
going to
they're
be in the
always the
mix
9-win
anyway.
team,
Yeah, you know,
at
you're right.
least.
You're right. Not the Jets.
New
I
England, like a
love
New England 10-7 because the division sucks kind
that.
of
Could be.
season.
That could be.
That might be one.
Except for Buffalo, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Buffalo just cruises, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to say. Someone's going to surprise us. You're right, though. Someone that we did not see coming is going to.
it won't be the Browns or Saints.
Probably not the Browns or Saints.
If it is, I quit. 'Cause I obviously don't know the sport.
Watch Joe Flacco have a
Oh my gosh, what am I
MVP
doing
year.
betting against Joe Flacco? I've
Can't
lost
bet
my
against Joe
mind.
Flacco.
He won a QB competition at like 41. The man is inevitable.
He's like Thanos.
And I'm not even saying he shouldn't have. I would pretty much be perfectly in agreement if you knew all the details of camp. And I could totally see a scenario where it's like, well, yeah, he was the best one. Like,
Yeah.
it's just funny.
Shador comes up to him like, "You stole my job," and Flacco says, "I don't even know you," or something like that. Sorry.
And then Deshaun Watson comes back halfway through the
Oh
season.
boy, he rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, so does Tucker, the Ravens kicker.
Oh,
Oh, I can't
that's
believe I
right.
picked them to win the Super Bowl and I don't know about their kicker. Who is their kicker? Is it
I
still
don't know.
Justin Tucker after 10 games or is he like suspended indefinitely? I don't even remember the ruling.
I don't know. Good thing I have this computer in my hand. I can check.
That's true. This is
Justin
the kind of cutting edge
Tucker.
analysis the fans are
That's
here
right.
for.
Man, born in
While they're
1950.
doing that, I will say with the football back thing, how about that Florida State Alabama game? That Florida State team was fun to watch.
Ooh.
It's like the exact opposite of what they gave everybody last year when they were horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They lose to Boston College on Labor Day, and now the Boston College QB is their QB.
Oh, that's I
Welcome
didn't know
to the
that.
new world of college football.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Ravens released Tucker after 13 seasons. He was suspended for 10 games following an investigation into blah 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 blah
Okay,
blah.
so the
Okay.
team went ahead and released him.
Yeah.
The current Baltimore Ravens kicker, according to our robot overlord, is Tyler Loop.
Tyler Loop.
He was
Okay.
drafted in the 6th round
Well, he's going to be good because the Ravens always have good kickers.
because Harbaugh's Mr. Special Teams.
Yeah, that's right.
Is Loop a good or a bad name for a kicker?
Uh, hmm. It's a good question.
I might have to
It,
change my pick.
if he loops it over the defensive
I
blocking,
think it's
you know?
probably good.
Yeah.
What if it looped around the upright and out? He's the
Uh,
first kicker they've ever drafted.
it's a big deal to draft a kicker. Yeah, you don't see that
Don't
often.
they know they're supposed to pick a punter in the 4th round?
Oh gosh, King Pulls does it again.
Tyler Loop made I hate that meme. Made 90% of his kicks at Arizona and went 6 of 8. That is not 90% in the
Wow,
preseason.
wow.
Hmm. Bills over Eagles.
That could be. Yeah, I really want to root for the Bills to. I,
I know. I feel like they're my adopt a AFC team like every year.
you know what it
Just
is?
I love their fan base.
Yeah,
It's the kindred spirits with the
Bills
weather,
Mafia.
even though I
Yeah,
think bear weather is a stupid narrative.
yes, it is.
I just feel
And
like it fits very well to be a Bears fan, and then in the AFC to have a rooting interest, just root for the Bills.
mhm.
It feels like they pair up well.
Yeah, is that blue collar cities historically? Yeah. Um, Shout out to the Marv Levy, the late Marv Levy, connecting the
Oh,
Bears and the Bills too.
that's
Chicago
true.
guy passed away at
Did he get to
100,
100?
right?
Didn't
I
he end
think
up
he
at
did.
100?
I
That's
thought he
amazing.
did. So
Very
maybe the
cool.
greatest coach that never won. You're never going to see a team make 4 Super Bowls again.
All right, guys, I'm going to end us with one last question.
Okay.
Long episode. Sorry, Chris.
You
How are
good?
you feeling about your Chicago Cubs? I need to hear from the Cubs fans. They're still going to be in the wild card, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be a wild card team, but
Frickin' Brewers just won't stop.
hot.
So I get it. Does the wild card satisfy at all?
I guess since they didn't make the postseason the last couple years, yes. But before the All Star break, man, they looked to be the best team in the National League, and to see how they've just kind of gone mid since the All Star break. They haven't really been bad, but man, the Brewers win 12 in a row and then 14 in a row since the All Star break. That's
What is going on with the Brewers and Packers in Wisconsin
I
sports
don't know. I
professionalism
don't
leagues?
know. Freaking Wisconsin.
It's almost like my hate watching those two franchises is
Yeah,
not actually productive, and I should do something else with my life.
I was hoping there'd be I was
Nah.
hoping there'd be some kind of universal balance where as the Brewers get hot and better, maybe that would take away from the Packers a bit and but man, after getting Micah Parsons,
Maybe that still
ugh.
could happen some other way. I don't
It
know.
maybe. Watch
I
the
will say
Bucks will
this,
come down as
wrapping
the
it up, I
Bulls
forgot this
rise.
point when we did the Packers thing earlier.
Mhm.
They went all in on Jordan Love when they paid him.
Yes, they
They doubled
did.
down on that when they went out and got the pass rusher that they are combining with Jordan Love to pay 102 million a year supposedly.
Woo,
And I'm
that's a
sure
lot
there's
for two
little weird
players.
contract things that they're playing with, but that's you don't make this move if you don't believe in Jordan Love. And now a little bit more pressure on Jordan Love. He is capable of all the throws. He pulls some incredible plays out, and he also gives you some of the most head-scratching throws any given season. I mean, the playoff ending interception against the Niners was an all-timer.
Yep. Yep.
And so I don't know what he is. I think Bears fans are quick to say he's bad. I don't really know that, but I don't know that he's good enough for what they're trying to
I
invest in him either.
I
And there's your hope, maybe, is that Jordan Love is just what cousin Nate has always
cousin
wanted.
Nate. Cousin Nate.
Good enough to make them believe, but not good enough to
That's
actually put it all together in a Super Bowl run.
I think that's my favorite angle, cousin Nate. That's brilliant and very emotionally satisfying. Yeah, I'm not gonna say Jordan Love is bad,
He's
but
already cleared that bar.
but Packer fans saying this is like when we traded for Reggie White. No, 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 no. Maybe the Reggie White, Micah Parsons part is, but Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love is not Brett Favre. At least where Brett Favre was at that
He's
point
closer
in
to
his
Favre than he
career.
is
He
Rodgers.
is closer to Favre than Rodgers, and I think the maddening "What are you doing?" stuff supports
Gives you
that.
that
But
impression.
he's I don't see it yet. I think this is closer to Bears getting Khalil Mack than Packers getting Reggie White. Personally,
Okay, well said. There's a take.
yeah.
Love it. I'll take it.
Is that a
All
hot
right.
take?
It's a hot Teichler
Is that
hot
a
take.
Teichler hot take? It's back. It's back, ladies and gentlemen.
The Teichler hot take is back. Okay, last
Which means
question.
it's
Trivia
probably
time
wrong.
for the
Trivia.
Bears historian,
Uh
and then we'll
oh.
get out of here.
Okay.
Who scored the Bears' first touchdown last year?
It was a. It was Mr. Biles, right? Mr. Simone
Yes,
Biles.
very good. It was Jonathan Owens
Yes. Mm-hmm.
in that absolute train wreck of a football game with the Will Levis led
Oh.
Tennessee Titans.
And the
Just
all timer
a
of a pick
great.
six.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was so funny.
Tyreek Stevenson. What?
It was a sign of pain to come in many respects, though. All
Yeah, man. We thought that was like a one-off, but
right, and then the follow-up. I saw people talking about this on Twitter, is why I asked.
okay.
Who scores the first touchdown this year for the Bears?
Hmm. I'm gonna say Cole Kmet
Okay,
scores the first touchdown.
I'll see your tight end and raise you the other one just for kicks.
That'd be great. I would love that. I
Golston Loveland.
I didn't have the guts to say Loveland, but I would love that. I would love that.
All
But
right, get us out of here.
knowing Ben Johnson being a tight end to score the first touchdown would not surprise me at all.
Sure.
Sweet.
All right, we will be back.
Post game?
If we find time before the game, it's going to be tricky because of the weekend that I've got coming up. But maybe we can do a preview sometime Sunday.
Okay. Well,
At
let me
very
know.
least, we'll do something after the game.
It'll be like 10 or 11 o'clock for you. No, you're in Central, right?
Not that after the game, like the next day.
Oh, okay, fine. I was like, woo, Mark's going to be a night owl with me. But no, that's...
If I didn't have an 8 a.m. Tuesday class,
Oh!
maybe. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, my Tuesday, Thursday, I left the mornings open for visiting high schools for recruiting. So I'm going to be good. But okay.
Okay.
Sweet. Well, it's almost here. Yeah. When's the Thursday first game? Is there a
Yep.
Thursday night game?
Eagles, Cowboys,
Eagles,
and then we
Cowboys.
got Chiefs, Chargers Friday.
Oh, there's a Friday
Eagles, Cowboys
game.
Thursday.
We have a lot of football this weekend. Is
Here,
it?
boys.
Should I get Sunday ticket this year? Should I just bite the bullet?
I am gonna get it through my wife's account because it will be a first timer, which is like way less.
There's a first. Okay, I've never gotten it, so I
I think
can
it's
get
like
one
30
too?
a month or something if it's the first time the account has had it.
Okay. And do I have to get YouTube TV for that, or can I just?
Nope.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I had to do that.
Okay.
It's just too much.
All right, my friend. Anything else you want to throw in?
Nope, we've done this for long enough. Happy record.
Okay. If anyone's still listening, thank you for listening to this episode of Barely Educated. The 2025 regular season has arrived. We will talk to you either just before, maybe, but probably just after the Bears game. If week 1 goes against Minnesota, it's at home. That gives me a little more optimism. But find us on all the socials at barely_educated. Email us at bearlyeducatedpod@gmail.com. Check out our Buy Me a Coffee. buymeacoffee.com/barely_educated. Join our honor roll for $3 a month. We will send you a Barely Educated t-shirt. And if we get some more honor roll people, we can get some more bonus content going. So that'd be more fun for us. So jump on board. Jump in our honor roll. Until next time, friends, take care and bear down.
You suck, Chris.
Hello!
I see you two all the time. You're thick as thieves, you are.
We're on a mission from God.
Do you watch football?
Will you shut up, man?
The Bears.
I love the Bears.